Hey friends, hello, 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 Svava Brooks here. Hey friends, if you're watching the replay, thank you for being here. I appreciate you stopping by and taking a look at our conversation here. I am broadcasting live here on Periscope. No live chat on the Periscope. I'm actually running the chat over here on YouTube. So if you want to join our live chat conversation, please feel free to head over to YouTube and you can Google, search for my name, Svava Brooks, or the name of the book, right? Releasing Your Authentic Self. We would love to have you. So if you're new here, please say hello. Please introduce yourself. Hey friends, how are you doing? Gonna say hello while I introduce myself. So who am I? I am abuse survivor coach, and I like to hang out here with my fellow survivor thrivers as we talk about the healing journey, how to heal and restore our hearts, our minds, and our spirits. So healing is hard. Part of trauma, right? We get disconnected from our bodies. We get disconnected from our hearts. Often we get disconnected from our families. Hey Sharon, hey friend, how are you doing? So part of the healing journey is all about reconnecting, and part of that is reconnecting with our authentic truth, right? Get back to the truth of who we are underneath all of it. You're cold. Is it snowing? Lots of snow where you are? Hey Rob, hey Sue, hey friend, hey Vicky. How are you guys, my friends? Good to see you. Hey Sue, I'm so glad that you're here, that you made it. Was thinking about you today, right? I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you're getting some rest. And Rob, want to celebrate you on your mighty healthy progress on eating healthier. Hey Chrisanne, hey friend, how are you doing? Hey Wanda. Yes, antibiotics to the rescue. Vicky's on the mend. That's good after getting a cold from your little grandchild. I know that drill. Any parent knows, right? Once the kid gets sick, sometimes you get sick. Yes, the twins are in the house. All right, Sue, right? You can't sleep. So it's midnight for you, I think, right? So you figured you might as well just come hang out with us. That's right, Rob's awake too. So, right, Sharon, it's 19 and feels like 0. Ooh, that's cold. That is cold. I'm cold for you. Today, I actually brought my green tea, something warm to hold on to, because I was cold. It's not that cold here. But stay warm, my friend. Yep, I got my wool socks on. If I were that flexible, I'd lift my foot up to show you. Gotta stay warm. We gotta stay warm. Great to see everybody. Great to see everybody here. So we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there this week. You're drinking dandelion root tea. Ooh, that's good. That's a really good tea, and it's really good for you. Really, really good for you. Hey, gang, says Nora. Hey, Nora. So glad to see you. You're here. That's awesome. See you guys exchanging your phone numbers. Wanda booked her room. Oh my goodness, I just get butterflies in my heart and my stomach just thinking about that we're all going to be together soon. And if you're watching and have no idea what we're talking about, this tribe, we are going on a journey together. We're going to hang out. We're going to go meet up in Texas. I I think Texas is the only state big enough to hold us, because we couldn't put that kind of intrusion on any other state. Yes, right, Nora? Right? Well, thanks, Rob. I am happy. I am happy, right? So I'm glad I look it. My back is feeling better. I'm back to some of my workout routines. My mobility is back. My energy is back. And I also think I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. No, this is not a pregnancy glow. But my husband and I were talking about it, that we've been on this health kick, or he started it. That's awesome, Sharon. You found this cool little house, artsy house. That's awesome. But my hubby was adopting a chimp. No, I'm trying to get rid of my chimps, my monkeys, my circus, right? I'm slowly pushing them out of the house, right? No, but my hubby and I, we've been eating kale and drinking, I can't think of the name of it. We've been juicing every day and eating kale every morning. And I swear, you guys, I swear, it's that inner vegetable kale glow that you're seeing in action right now. Yes, Rob is priceless. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking with it. Okay? So anybody wants to learn more, I will be bringing kale with me to Texas. Maybe I don't have to bring it. I'm sure they have kale in Texas. But I also heard, Nora, and is it true that the spring blooms are starting to show up? My friend Heather was telling me she saw some blooms starting to show up, right? Awesome. So we're going to have, right? I'm visualizing the rolling hills in blue bonnets. There you go. Yes. I want to see that. That's what I dream of. But isn't it like you can't like harm them? Like that's the state flower, so you're not allowed to go throw yourself in the middle of like the snow. You have the daffodils. That's awesome. I love daffodils. You can't pick them. That's right, Nora. Okay, we won't be picking them. We just want a few pictures with them. But people stop by the roadside and take pictures. There you go, Nora. That's the plan. Protect the flowers from Smama. There you go. I promise I'll be good, guys. We gotta leave Texas the way we found it, right? We're gonna work together on this. All right? Are we all in on that? There you go. No picking, only pictures. Here at our church, we get a huge mound of bluebonnet and people come and take photos. Awesome. All right, we're gonna have to do, definitely, we'll find a good spot. Maybe we don't have to find a spot if they're everywhere, but I'm really, really looking forward to seeing that. So, in person, right? I've seen pictures. So, I'm excited about that. But other than that, what else is new and good, my friends? Yes, I was also happy that we found the right time to go out for a hike this weekend. It was rainy and gloomy a bit, but we found the time slot to go while it stayed dry for a little bit. Our feet got very, very muddy, but it was worth it to go hiking, and we saw some streams that had quite a bit, more water than usual, so it was beautiful. So I was in my happy place. That reminds me, my daughter, I hugged some trees, and my daughter took a picture, And I need to post it. I did it just for you guys, especially our friend Wanda, just to show that there are huggable trees wherever you go. You don't have to just go to Texas to hug trees. You can hug them wherever you go. All right, my friends. And someone today was reminding me that this time last year was when I was in Alaska. And Facebook actually brought up some of the memories. There you go. There you go, right? This time last year I was in Alaska and my cell phone froze. I was trying to take a video really early morning and it just went to a screeching halt, so I couldn't. Yes, I will ask my daughter for the picture. Yes, remember that video? It's Alaska anniversary. I feel like that was when we got really vulnerable, right? We got really, really vulnerable and we talked about love, and which is what we're going to talk about today. So your parents went and never stopped talking about how beautiful it is. Alaska is beautiful. Maybe we'll meet next time in Alaska. It was LD's first Periscope. Crack that hard shell. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. But I think I maybe was also been kind of like, okay, let's see how vulnerable I can get with these people. How much can I share? There you go, Vicky. You'll be there. That's awesome, right? Wanda, you didn't promise? I'm pretty sure I've seen him. I've heard him say that more than once. So no worries. We'll all be hugging trees. No worries. No worries. So yes, my friend, we've come a long ways in a year, right? And today we are talking about, I was told to keep your cell phone in a pocket with a hot hand warmer. There you go. There you go. Of course. Of course. You guys remember, Nora remembers, she's like, no, never gonna hug trees. The first thing we did when we got up to the retreat site was that we hugged a tree. If I didn't, Tribe, you all should do it. There you go. I don't need to say anything else. Nora, and maybe I'll have Nora lead the tree hugging ceremony, since I told her a story about trees. And once she heard what I had to say about trees, she totally got it. We're in this together, my friends. We're in this together. There you go, Sharon. You hugged a tree in Florida. I mean, you guys saw the pictures this weekend. I mean, I'm just in awe. Like, I can't help myself but hug trees when I'm out and amongst them. They're such a blessing to us, right? They are our brothers and sisters, my friends. They are here in partnership with humans to help us so we can breathe. There is a relationship, a mutually beneficial relationship going on between humans and trees. I think humans are just waking up to it. So, but let's move on from trees and turn to, right, we're going to talk about learning to give and receive love. Hey, I will have a few margaritas on hand. I'm sure you'll hug those trees after that. There you go, Wanda. All right, Wanda, we got it. Yes, they give us air and boards for shelter. Thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Exactly, exactly. And this journey on this planet is all about being grateful for whatever we have around us, because there's so many things we take for granted, right? So, to appreciate all the things on our path, on this journey, right? Appreciate every parts, just like the work we're doing. So, learning to give and receive love is easy and a difficult task. The hard part, rewiring your brain to understand what healthy love is, how you prefer to receive it, how you can give it without judgment or condition, recognizing that love is healthy, and all the things that you had in your life that you thought of as love, but you now know, that necessarily wasn't love. Thank you, Wanda. Right? And it hurt, and that means that wasn't real. That wasn't unconditional love, but something masked as love. And we were, many of us, just children, right? That's hard. But the easy part here, learning that you don't have to read tons of books, listen to tons of lectures, drink a magic potion, right? To learn some well-hidden secret, to know where to start. You simply start by, and I say simply, right? It's not that simple in the beginning, when inside here is like, what do you mean? Don't want to have anything to do with that. There you go, Sharon, right? Unconditional love from your fur babies, right? We start by learning how to love ourselves. And I often talk about it here, right? A little bit of self-care takes us onto the path to self-kindness, right? A little bit of self-care takes us onto the path of a little bit of self-kindness. Okay, maybe I'll be kinder to this body and to my heart and the needs that I have, and start to recognize when I'm speaking harshly to myself, right? Self-kindness, and then maybe a little bit of self-respect as a result of it. And then we step into more self-compassion. It's like, oh, baby girl, I'm so sorry. Of course, that was hard. Once we become more aware and reframe and see the truth about our past, and instead of beating ourselves up about it, reframe, understand, and have compassion and kindness towards ourselves. And we start by loving ourselves with those words and action every single day, right? And I know that's one of the things that's so hard for us. What does that look like? What does that sound like? What does that feel like? I had no idea. And so in the beginning, it was a little bit of trust. I needed to, okay, like I've shared with you guys, watching my husband, who has always been very good about, feeding himself, and he was a runner, and he brought me to meditation. And so I trusted, watching the things that he was doing, and he was sharing with me, these things are helpful. These things are healthy. These are the things that you do to take care of yourself, right? Because I had no concept of it in the beginning. So the rest will follow, because, right, you already have inside of you the unconditional love that you needed, that you longed for, right? Becoming that parent, that loving, kind, generous, compassionate, patient parent and caregiver that you needed. That's really the only unconditional love that we will find. Yes, my husband loves me and I love him, and I'm not saying that I'm withholding or putting conditions on it, but there are things that I cannot provide for him. No matter how much I try, no matter how much I want to, there are things that he needs to do for himself, right? Because I have to take care of me first, and I can give him love from the overflow and vice versa, right? So the primary goal of the healing journey is to learn the healthy way to give that to ourselves, right? So the 2 questions today. What difficulties have you encountered as you learn how to love yourself? And what is one change you can make to overcome these difficulties? I've been learning to give out of my saucer. There you go, Sharon, right? There you go. It is so important, right? The thing is, we've often been giving to others first, and we are running on empty, right? Running on empty. And then we feel, sad and even resentful. I'm giving and giving and giving, and I don't get anything back, right? And that's what I mean by that unconditional love. I'm not getting back. It's like that part of me needs to love me first. One difficulty is to allow myself to give myself love. Yes, I understand, Nora. I understand. I can't always gauge the top of the cup. I hear you, Sharon. Thank you very much. That is a very, it's an observation. It's awareness. You gain awareness. And so it's that to navigate as we connect with our bodies and we start to realize what it is that we need, right? And what do I know? How do I know that I have some extra to give, right? Or if I'm giving out of my empty, or my half empty or almost empty gas tank. That's something that we learn as we go. Hey, Tina. Good to see you pop in here, my friend. Hope you're doing well. So those are very, very good comments, my friends. Yes. Difficulty is to allow myself to give myself love, right? Yeah, I can relate. I can relate, right? I didn't know what that felt like. What does that look like? And inside of me was this little girl who was like, no. That's not safe. I'm not worthy, right? And so I would even reject it from myself. I would get anxious about giving that to myself, right? I didn't even trust myself to give it to me to start with. And again, that's our learning process. Hey, Tina, just want you to know that you're getting some shout outs here over on YouTube from Wanda and Rob. If you want to join our chat here, head on over to YouTube. But I'm glad to see you're here with us. So, again, right? As we release the stories and the anxiety and the hurt that we didn't get it as children, so we must not be, be worthy of it. Oh, Nora, you're so sweet, right? I didn't know what friendship love was until you and I met, and it was then I finally know. Yes, exactly. We have no models. We're desperately seeking models. And so often, because we don't know what it looks like, and we don't know even how to love ourselves or love this little girl, we hand ourselves to other people. Hey, Tracy, welcome. Sharon says, I have trouble with unconditional love. I am so used to walls and boundaries. It's difficult to unlearn being conditional, judgmental. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. I hear you. And that's why, right, it is a delicate process. Because, right, we are like literally deer in the headlight. We don't feel safe. right? Your biology is on guard. Any comfort, any warmth, nope. I know how to navigate this. I know how to stay here. Hey LD, good to see you, friend. So it feels risky to open up, right? To be vulnerable. I was just looking up a couple quotes here from Brené Brown, and this one kind of stuck out. You are imperfect. You are wired for struggle, right? Our nervous system we are hardwired to survive. We are hardwired. Your body is, and your biology is hardwired to protect you. You have no control over it, right? It's like your body just hijacks you if it gets too close to being painful. We go on lockdown, shut down, disconnect, we're out of there, right? This beautiful body knows what to do to stay safe. So that's what we're hardwired. Exactly right, Nora. I learned to be this way so I can learn to be different, and I'm learning to be different. Thank you, Tracy, right? Working on being open, but not being codependent. That's a very important distinction, right? It's that, that exchange, what is it that I need from you, and what are the needs that I'm wanting from you that I actually need for myself, or take care for myself. But the second part of that quote from Brené Brown, right? You are imperfect, you are wired for struggle, but you are worthy of love and belonging. Yes, my friends, you are worthy of love and belonging, right? And we talked about that exactly a year ago. There's nothing you need to say or do to be worthy of love and to be worthy of that feeling, that to know in your heart of hearts that you belong, right? You do. But that's what we keep searching for. And because we are so desperately searching for that love and belonging, we will often hand our needs over to other people. Like that codependency, like I'll do this for you if you do this for me, because I don't know how to do this for me. I would rather take care of you in my hopes that you will take care of me, or I will love you so you will love me. And it's like, then I'll do all these things for you. Now do you love me? Now are you going to be here for me? Now are you going to approve of me and tell me I'm this, that, like that external validation, right? That's directly linked to our self-esteem, right? But self-compassion is an internal process. It's not just, goes up and down, depends on what's happening here. You, in your heart of hearts, know you are worthy of love and belonging. If you are here and breathing, my friend, you are worthy of love and you belong. Yes, you do, my friend. And if just considering that possibility brings you a little bit of anxiety, maybe do a little bit of tapping, right? Tap, tap, tap. Okay, doesn't make sense to me. I don't believe it, but here I am. I'm okay right this minute, but it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable, right? All right, I'm willing to consider the possibility, but how exactly, I have no idea. But just tap, 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 right? Just let that truth come up and out, and the energy behind it and with it go with you and through you. All right, friends, let's turn to your sharing. So now, for those that are new here joining us, we are turning to the Facebook page. We have a closed Facebook group where our members courageously share their journal entry for the answers to these questions. So let me just quickly repeat the questions. What difficulties have you encountered as you learn how to love yourself? And hey, Lori, so good to see you. No worries. Anytime that you come in, we're happy to have you. Second question, what is one change you can make to overcome these difficulties? So let's see, Vicky shared with us, I think the most difficult part is by learning to love yourself, you start to see what love is supposed to be. In loving yourself, it shows you how others I need to slow down and reread this. In loving yourself, it shows you how others you think love you really don't. There you go. You start to see the conditions. You definitely learn not to tolerate less. Sometimes it hurts realizing it's not healthy love after all. I hear you, Vicky, right? And that's kind of the heartbreaker, right? Especially when we are, this condition, or what we thought was love, right, is what we learned from our caregivers long ago. And it's kind of what we expect. But then one day we grow up, right? Yes, we may see glimpses of something. This doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel good, right? I don't know about you guys. I remember standing in my house as a little girl and looking around. This feels crazy. This is just, what is this? Like, if this is what grown up is, I don't want any part of it, right? Yes, it's difficult to receive love and recognize if it's real. We fear abandonment. Again, yes, Sharon, and that takes us back to, what part of you is it that fears that abandonment, right? And I'm going to touch upon that a little bit later. So let me finish here what Vicky shared. I've always said, even to my daughters, love can be defined by each individual and how they were taught to love. Sometimes it's toxic, but they think it's love. I realized by not loving myself the right way, I've allowed the toxic love, not really love, to survive. I'm learning. I can stop tolerating conditions. I can give myself healthy love and demand nothing less from others. Yes, my friend, I hear you. And that's part of our healing, right? Is that we recognize, and that's, my encouragement to you guys, and what I found myself on the healing journey, the more I started tending to and respecting myself and being loving to myself and being kind to myself, and like, wait a minute, of course I'm a good person. I deserve kindness. Of course I should be kind to myself. Of course I should treat myself well. Of course I need rest. Of course I need food. Of course I'm allowed to have fun. And the more you start to realize and put these things together, then when other people are disrespectful to you or start to treat you the way maybe you used to treat yourself but you don't, then you can go, hey, I'm sorry. I don't even allow myself I don't treat myself this way anymore. I'm not going to let you. And this definitely evolves, my friends, even in, my marriage, right? I've shared with you guys over 25 years. For a long time, I was, I know, hard to believe, right? But I was a pain in the butt. I was hard to live with. I was a control freak. Bless my husband. So, for a long time, way into my healing, he'd be you this and you that and you that, and I'm hurt about all that stuff that happened in the past and yada, yada, yada. And then there came a point where I would be like, honey, I'm sorry, right? I've already apologized. I have made amends. We've talked about this. And the person that you are talking about, she's no longer here. Right? Exactly. So I've learned to forgive myself. I have learned to accept how I acted out because I didn't know how to receive love. I didn't even know how to love myself. So there was no way I could give that to you. There was no way I could be kinder to you. There was no way I was able to be present and listen to you and not shame you and make you think you were the problem. But I don't do that anymore. I'm sorry, I used to. But right now, the person in front of you is doing the best she can to be as kind and compassionate and loving and generous with you as I am with myself. And the more I was kind and generous and loving towards me, you can't help but want to share that with others, my friends. And Vicky also goes on to say here, I want to add also that it's shown me the unhealthy love patterns towards others, my judging, my condition. I catch myself now when I react. I prefer it was beforehand, right? But now I am learning, and that I can give myself a break. Yes, high five, my friend. Thank you for your courage. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for being so real. Only when we recognize where we are like, wait a minute, this isn't working. This is my old conditioning. Yes, because I judged myself so harshly. Of course I judged everybody out here. You know, I was Miss Perfect. I had all the answers. My way was the only way, right? It doesn't work anymore. And the more I gave myself a break, the more we give other people a break. Whew. Thank goodness. It's exhausting to be a control freak and to try to make it perfect all the time. It's exhausting. And it's exhausting for others to be around us because they're just like, oh, can you just relax? Can we just have a good time? So, my name is Svava Brooks and I'm a control freak, right? That was me, my friends. That was me. So thank you, Vicky. Thank you, thank you, thank you, right? We are all learning to love ourselves. Right, LD? Am I the only one in the control freak group here? I've chased people away as a result. I hear you, Vicky. I hear you, my friend. I have too. I have too, right? I hear you, Sue, and I'm so glad we're laughing about it now, right? We gotta laugh at ourselves. Just... Oh my God, LD. Dave told our plumbers to run while they had a chance today. That's awesome. Sharon, I'm a control freak to infinity and beyond. Yes. So, and that's it, my friends. We can laugh about it. And can we be compassionate with ourselves about it, not judge it? Oh my goodness, my safety, it was a life and death, right? In my mind and in my body. If I'm not in control, I'm gonna die, right? So it's like, I got this. I got this, sweet girl. Yes, you can go play. Yes, you can go play in the mud. Yes, you can spill the milk. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. So Sue shares with us, I had absolutely no idea what a healthy love without judgment or condition looked like until quite late in my life. And at first, it felt really scary and I found it so hard to trust. In the past, love had always been painful and had strings attached or consequences, and it was hard to believe. I really was accepted just as I was. I'm sorry, my friend, right? I think one of the main changes I've been making to overcome this is to gradually learn to accept myself. all of myself. Yes, Sue, right? Including the parts that I find hard. To accept my wounded inner child just as she is, and to open up to receive and to learn to trust the healthy love that's being offered from others. Yes, my friend. Yes, my friend. And you're doing a beautiful job. To accept love, we have to be vulnerable, and that is scary. Yes, exactly. It is scary. Because, we tried that, didn't we? We tried to control love. We tried to tell other people what was wrong with them. And until they got it right, were we going to let them in? Right? Or were we going to love them? So, and we've been on both sides of that, haven't we? Right? So, learning to accept all of our parts, and so much of what we're trying to accept is our coping skill, our coping mechanism, the ways we acted out as children. What did we see the approved way in our families, in our culture, right? What did we learn from the adults around us? Right? We just mimic what we see. What we see out there, all of a sudden we're doing it. That's how we learn. And then it just goes on autopilot. And we don't stop to think, wait a minute, is this really working for me? Yes, I learned isolation. I hear you, Sue, right? We learn to isolate because it becomes exhausting to try to, control everything out here, right? To try to figure everything out and get everybody in line. No, forget it. I'll just stay at home. This is too hard. I'm just going to protect my heart and don't need anything or anyone. But when we start by accepting the little girls and the little boys, the hurt inside of us, and sit with it, sit with her, and let her tell us, and also get to speak to us, because we continue, we pick up where other people left off. So this little child inside of me, she had a word or two to say to me about how I was now controlling her and not listening to her, right? So that cycle continues inside of us too. I know, but one breath, one day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. Yes. Scared that I might abuse others so I don't let others in. I hear you, my friend. I hear you. It is not safe. Well, that's the question, right? It's to navigate that safety, and you get to choose, right? We learn to discern, right? And like I've shared, it's okay to be fiercely protective of your inner circle, of your space, right? We don't let in just anybody, not any riffraff, right? But I start with, I expect people to be good, but I will get to know them. I will inquire. I will check in with my gut feeling. How does it feel to hang out with this person, right? Before we let them in. So we could go down a lot of different rabbit holes, my friend, in this conversation. I'm going to stick with where we are right now, but I hear you. I hear you. And we will talk about this again through our time together here. I know we will. So thank you, Sue. Thank you, thank you, thank you, right? The biggest part is accept that part of you, that wounded part of you, just the way she is, right? She is and always was perfect, right? To lean in with warmth and to remind her, hey, baby girl, right? I see you, I hear you, I feel you, right? No matter what you say or do, I will never stop loving you, right? And then one of the things that I shared recently and that posted, right? Sometimes that part of us doesn't trust us, doesn't trust that we're going to show up and be loving. So just starting to show up and just sit with it. Just be present. Because anybody, we don't listen to words, actions. We're looking for action. So, and it's with the loving kindness and consistency and warmth that we build trust with ourselves and we build trust with others. So, thank you, Sue. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chris Ann shares, I think some of the difficulties I have encountered are, how do I love myself? Love has always been a twisted and sick thing to me. I'm not even sure what it looks like. I also don't believe that I truly deserve to be loved unconditionally. I can begin to accept the unconditional love others have for me and learn how to do that for and to myself. In my heart, I know I deserve love. I know it is in there. I am just afraid. Yes, my friend, I understand. I understand. Yes, I hear you, Vicky. I hear you. I'm leaning in here, catching up what you guys were. Wanda says, that's something I'm working on, expecting the good in people. I expect the worst. Yep, right? We talked about that. When things get too good, we start looking for the exit, right? Waiting for the other shoe to fall, right? Nora says, so now that I have felt the love and I'm in a place where I'm getting a lot of love, I'm beginning to love myself. Weird, but true. That's awesome, Nora. I'm so happy for you, my friend. Yes, we can be our own worst enemy, especially in isolation, right? And often when we isolate, it's often because our trauma has been triggered, or our old thinking, our old beliefs about there's something wrong with you, right? People don't want to hang out with you. People don't love you. They're not interested. Nobody cares, right? And that's the harsh, critical tone that we're using. And when we speak to ourselves that way, it's like we are literally shaming ourselves. And shaming is toxic. When you are being shamed, your biology, your nervous system goes into, like, you're in fight or flight. You're fighting for your life. And who are you fighting? You're fighting yourself. And that's where that toxic tension builds up in your body. You're pumping your nervous system with those toxic hormones, and that's what builds, and that's when we end up feeling exhausted, right? We're literally wearing ourselves out. The danger is no longer out here, but we are in here, right? Feeding that toxic old belief that there's something wrong with you. So I hope it helps you guys to hear, right? And so much of this yes goes into autopilot because this is our norm. This is where we've been so long. Our job is to, wait a minute, right? I'm starting to feel, where did that come from? What was I thinking when I started feeling that this way? How old was I? Whose voice is it? Is it the truth? I'm here now. I'm here now. I'm here now. And it may take me a long time to assure her she is not a bad girl. He is not a bad little boy. He did not do anything wrong. Right? Thank you, Chrisanne. I know. Right? I'm so sorry, my friend. breaks my heart, right? How much we long for love and connection and warmth. Our birthright, right? When we did not see it, we did not feel it, we didn't know what that was growing up. That's the hard heart work that we do on this journey, is fighting for our own love, fighting for like all the things, all the stories, all the truths that we have about, see, I'm not there, this isn't safe because, you know, I know only if this, right, they will, you know, I'm not good enough, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy. The theme just repeats itself. I'm so sorry, my friend, so sorry. But I'm glad, Chrisanne, that you're here and I'm seeing you coming out, letting us love and support you, my friend. And sometimes when we start to get more love and support from other people, it makes us a little, right? It's like we have this push-pull relationship with it, right? Oh my God, I want this. They're showing up for me. Oh my goodness, this is too much. And that's what we're learning, right? Resilience. We're expanding as we soften up. We are like thawing up, expanding our capacity to hold ourselves, expand our capacity for love, right? The more we clear out, the more we are open to replace it with what we want. Warmth, kindness. Thank you, Chrisanne. Thank you, my friend. Let's see here. Wanda shares with us, I'm still learning how to love myself. I honestly don't know what that looks like. If it means being kind to myself, forgiving myself, taking time for me, then it's been a slow process, but I'm doing it now by not choosing isolation as a default when things get rough, and by making me a priority. That's beautiful, Wanda. It's beautiful. And it is a slow process, my friend, right? It is a very delicate process, like one breath at a time. Just this inhale, just this exhale. I'm right here. Just this inhale, just this exhale. I am here. I'm not retreating. You are choosing. This is change, the change you are choosing, right? Your body is wanting to hijack you. Just you're out of there. But you are choosing, okay, I can feel my body is telling me to get out of here, but I'm going to stay online. I'm going to stay grounded. I'm going to keep looking around, keep reminding my body, I am here, I am here, I am here. You're not alone, right? It's going to be okay. I know why you're responding the way you're responding. I know you're trying to protect me. I appreciate you so much for trying to keep me safe. But I'm here now. I'm the grown-up now. I got this. I got this. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to do. But I am the adult, and I'm going to be here and protect you. And when we choose to, the isolation, when we choose to reach out, when we choose social engagement, when we choose to tell someone, putting words into how we're feeling, sharing it with another person, right? We are socially engaging. We are reconnecting our whole system, activating, getting our brain back online. We're actually dropping into our body, staying here, reaching out. And you're doing it, my friend. And you're doing a beautiful, beautiful job. And yes, there is no quick fix in this, my friends. It isn't. And I know sometimes it's hard to appreciate it, but it's actually in those in-between breaths, like in those spaces in between things, where we find the gold, where we feel the truth, when we feel the love. And I just want to say, my friend Wanda, I see you. I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and I know you're fighting so hard. I can just feel you wanting to figure this out and just get this done and sort this out. But that's your trauma brain wanting a quick fix. It's uncomfortable, let's move. Right? It's in your nervous system, this is uncomfortable, let's move. And it's okay to move when it's uncomfortable if you are also being present with it. Like Sharon, you're saying here, have very difficult time staying grounded. I understand, my friend. I understand. Right? And you're doing the best you can. You're doing a beautiful job. One breath at a time, sometimes one step at a time, or one tapping moment at a time, right? I don't want to be here. I'm finding myself drifting. This is uncomfortable. I don't want to stay here, right? But it's like the only way we're going to heal ourselves is in ourselves. We can't heal ourselves out here. The only way we're going to learn about love, is to learn to love ourselves, right? The only way we're going to learn about breath is to breathe. It's all an inside job. And unfortunately, no one modeled for us growing up what it looked like, sounded like, and felt like to be in here. Thanks, LD. Good to see you, my friend. We love you too. So thank you, my friend Wanda. And oh my gosh, my friend, you are doing a beautiful, beautiful job. Each and every one of you, my friends. You're doing a beautiful job. I'm trying to use mindfulness when I start going back to my old ways. That's brilliant, Nora. And that's it, right? When you say trying to use mindfulness, that's mindfulness. Right? When we catch ourselves doing something, that's being mindful. When we don't catch ourselves, we go through the whole day. And that's how it may be in the beginning. It wasn't until the end of the day I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I just was not present the whole day. There you go, Rob. Exactly. Become aware of what we do and what we think. Because, right, 90% is on autopilot. Do we want to spend the rest of our lives just running those old programs? We're not even driving. This body, like I said, for a long time, I lived up here. This body was just a tool carrying the head. And I was missing out. There's so much about life and living that is here. Being aware, exactly, is huge. And part of that becoming aware is to open up. We live here. When we are traumatized and cut off, we are here. We are fighting for our life. we have limited range of, you know, seeing the world. This is the world. This is the world. And we'll fight that this is the world. There's something else. Nope. This is the world. This is it. Because this is all you see. There's stuff going on, but we don't see it. There's only two possibilities, but when we open up, and this is part of also working with our bodies, our nervous system, when we are no longer fighting for our lives, I can pause. Do I want to take a left turn or a right turn? I hear you, Sharon. You are not alone, my friend. You're not alone, my friend. Staying with us, my friend, sharing, listening to this conversation, hearing how other people are processing. You are not alone. You are not alone. This is a community learning. Community learning. Your biology, your body is listening. Your body is listening, and you are taking in what you are, you know, hearing me say, what you're reading from others, what you're seeing in the Facebook group, and slowly, right, these things come in. They come in, and we start hearing them differently. I hear you, Nora, right? Yep. And that's the, right, Nora, and that's for so many of us. Like, our body is constantly trying to get our attention. When we feel things in our bodies, it's like, excuse me, I need an adult to take care of this, or there's something going on, I may need your assistance, right? So it's like, and just like a toddler, your body will get louder and louder and louder. So the best we can to, okay, what's going on down here? What do you need? What do you need? What do you need? Do you need food? Do you need water? Do we need to go see the doctor? Do we need sleep? Do we need, what do we need? What do we need? And yes, a lot of things that we didn't get because of the chronic shaming, right? This chronic stress that we've lived in, how we've disconnected from ourselves. But my friends, our bodies are beautiful and hardwired for healing. The same way it is fighting to stay alive and protect itself, your body also is hardwired to heal and become strong and healthy when we help it, when we help by getting some of that out of our own way. So thank you, Sharon. I'm so glad to hear that. You, of course, all of us have come a long way, and we're all on this journey. I'm just a couple steps ahead, and sometimes I even fall behind. Trust me. This human journey, it's messy. It's a messy, messy thing. So let's see here. I know we're over on our time. Let's see. Bobby shared with us. Rob shared with us. I think I began with liking myself and trusting my mind, not looking for the validation of others, and that was difficult because love has always had a transactional basis, right? If I was well behaved as well as a child, right, thinking I had to provide material goods in adult relationships, right? And let me just ask that, right? How much of us do we like resist receiving love because what do they get? What do they need? What do they want? What are they going to take from me? They're being so kind. They're being so generous. There must be a catch. What do you want from me? Right? And that was my inner voice for such a long time. Yes, I had to do something. I had to perform, or I had to do a duty, right? Something, right? And for me, it was, access to my body. I had to work hard. I had to whatever. Yes, big thing I had to overcome. Yes, exactly. And so for us, just my friends, if you want and can, here in our last few minutes together today, just to bring some love and comfort to you, right? As simply as putting hand on your heart. Yes, right, Nora? You even suspected Svala, right? You're up to something. You're up to something. What does this witch want from me? I hear you, friend. I would have been suspicious of me too. All right? But my friends, right? So put your hand on your heart. Put your hand on your heart and just, if just for this minute, just for these few minutes, if you can just allow yourself to feel a little bit of warmth from your hand to your body. Right, and if that feels too much, maybe you can just place your hand one on top of the other in front of you and just allow yourself to hold yourself, right? Just getting comfortable with supporting yourself, sitting with yourself. Yeah, I'm just gonna be here with you, sweet body. I'm just gonna sit here with you. I know you may get tense, right? This body did not like when I first started putting hand on my heart. What are you doing? That feels uncomfortable. What are you doing? I'm gonna shut down. So I'm just learn to sit with myself. I hear you. I can feel that tension in there. I know you don't trust. I know you don't even trust me that I'm gonna be kind and loving towards myself. And so for me, like I've shared with you guys, what really helps my body is when I quietly whisper, hey, sweet one, I'm here, I am here, I am here. There's nothing you need to say or do for me to love and appreciate you. You do such a beautiful job carrying me through the day, communicating to me what you need. And I know I'm sorry. I don't always pay attention. We're both work in progress, but I'm doing the best I can. Yes, I hear you. I am not gonna make you do anything you don't want to do. Yes, I hear you, and I am speaking up for you when needed. I'm not disappearing on you. Is there anything you need to tell me? Is there anything you need from me now? And right now I'm hearing, yep, we need food. We're already thinking of the veggie soup. Rob, I need your recipe, but my hubby is on a veggie soup kick lately too. Right, Nora? You miss being with us? Well, I'm glad, because we miss having you, my friend. We miss having you. And that's it, my friend. This is how we slowly, ever so slowly, come home to being with ourselves, to really affirm that we are worthy of love, right? By showing it to ourselves, right? That choice. Yep, it's hard, but I'm gonna do it. I know this body needs to know that it's loved. I know this body needs to feel the warmth. I hear you. Beef soup, Wanda, is that what you're talking about? You made veggie soup. That's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, well, we are also finding all kinds of ways. Yes, soups are great, and we find there's all kinds of meat substitutions. Potato soup, ooh, I love potatoes. Ooh, love potatoes. That sounds yummy. Well, friends, I am happy to hear we're also nourishing our bodies in a great way. Oh wait, the card I drew for us. One day she woke up and decided that she or he was beautiful and worthy of love, right? It's a good one. It's a good card. It is. Well, my beautiful friends, thank you so much for sharing your hearts. You're welcome, Rob. Thank you so much for being here. And to anybody that is here and new, thank you for being with us. Please remember, give us a thumbs up. Remember to like and share and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up, gang, yes. And if you'd like to join us and be a part of the conversation anytime, you're welcome. My book is available on Amazon or Kindle. You're welcome. Welcome. And I will see you guys again here on Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, same place. Until then, thank you guys so much. You're welcome, Sue. Please take good care. Be gentle with yourself. I hope you feel better. And so goes for Nora and Vicky, all of those people here getting over being sick or surgeries or injuries or whatever have you. Sending love to everybody in our circle. Thank you, friends. See you next time. 99, Rob. Bye, friends. Thanks for watching.